A family vacation turns into a nightmare. The Algarve, Portugal, known for its stunning beaches and serene landscapes, was the chosen destination for the McCann family. They had planned this trip for months, eager to escape the daily grind and spend quality time together. May 3, 2007, a date that would forever be etched in their memories. The day started like any other, filled with laughter and joy, as the family explored the picturesque surroundings. As the sun set, the McCann family gathered for dinner at a local restaurant. It was a night meant for relaxation, for family, for making memories. The children played nearby, their laughter echoing through the warm evening air. But what was supposed to be a peaceful night became a night etched in tragedy. The McCann family on holiday from the UK experienced a parent's worst fear: the disappearance of their child. Jerry and Kate McCann, like any parents, had taken every precaution to ensure their children's safety. But in a moment, their world was turned upside down. Madeleine McCann, a bright-eyed 3-year-old, vanished from her bed. She was a joyful child, full of life and curiosity. Her disappearance was not just a loss for her family, but a loss for everyone who knew her. She was gone, leaving behind a void filled with unanswered questions and unimaginable pain. The room that once echoed with her laughter now stood silent, her toys untouched, a stark reminder of her absence. This wasn't just another missing child case. This was different. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance were mysterious and baffling. The local authorities launched an immediate investigation, but the complexity of the case soon became apparent. This case, with its haunting circumstances, resonated around the world, gripping the public's attention and refusing to let go. News outlets across the globe covered the story extensively, and Madeleine's face became a symbol of hope and despair. It was a story of a family shattered, a community left reeling, and a global audience united in a plea for answers. Candlelight vigils were held, and people from all walks of life came together, hoping for a miracle. The search for Madeleine became a global effort, with countless volunteers and organizations joining hands to find her. Volunteers scoured the area, putting up posters and spreading the word. The community's response was overwhelming, with people dedicating their time and resources to aid in the search. The hope of finding Madeleine alive kept everyone going, despite the odds. The police worked tirelessly, following every lead and conducting extensive searches. Forensic teams combed through evidence, trying to piece together what had happened. The investigation was one of the largest and most complex in recent history. International news coverage brought in experts from various fields, each offering their insights and theories. The case sparked debates and discussions, with everyone trying to understand the inexplicable. The McCann family held numerous press conferences, making emotional appeals for their daughter's safe return. Their strength and determination in the face of such adversity were commendable, and their pleas touched the hearts of millions. Social media played a crucial role, with campaigns and hashtags trending worldwide. The digital age brought a new dimension to the search, allowing information to spread rapidly and reach a broader audience. People lit candles and observed moments of silence, showing solidarity with the McCann family. The world watched and waited, hoping for a breakthrough that would bring Madeleine back home. Investigators meticulously reviewed evidence, analyzing maps and charts to trace Madeleine's last known movements. Every detail was scrutinized, every possibility explored, in the relentless pursuit of the truth. The McCann family clung to memories of happier times, their hearts heavy with longing. Photos of Madeleine smiling and carefree served as a poignant reminder of what they had lost. The support from the community and beyond was a source of strength for the McCanns. People offered prayers and words of encouragement, standing by the family in their darkest hour. News anchors discussed the case endlessly, and public reactions varied from hope to despair. The world was captivated, each new development followed with bated breath. As the sun set over the Algarve, the search for Madeleine continued. The beautiful landscape, once a symbol of joy, now held a somber significance. The quest for answers, for justice, for Madeleine, remained unwavering. The McCann family, despite their grief, remained united. Their love for Madeleine and their hope for her return kept them going. They walked this difficult path together, drawing strength from each other and the support of the world. Candlelight vigils continued to be held, with people holding photos of Madeleine, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of candles. The world had not forgotten her, and the search for answers persisted. As a new day dawned over the Algarve, the hope for Madeleine's return remained alive. The search for her was not just a quest for a missing child, but a testament to the enduring human spirit and the power of collective hope. The search for Madeleine McCann continues, a story that has touched hearts and united people across the globe. Her disappearance remains a mystery, but the hope for her return endures. The timeline, pieces of a puzzle yet unsolved. Each fragment holds a clue, a whisper of the truth, waiting to be discovered. To understand the mystery of Madeleine's disappearance, we must revisit the events of that fateful night. The picturesque coastal town, bathed in the golden hues of the setting sun, seemed like the perfect place for a family vacation. The resort was bustling with activity, families enjoying their holidays, unaware of the impending tragedy. The McCanns, along with a group of friends, were dining at a tapas restaurant located within the resort complex. The atmosphere was lively, filled with laughter and conversation. The group, known as the Tapas 7, had a routine of dining together while their children slept in the nearby apartments. Their apartment, 5A, was a short distance away, and the adults had established a system of checking on their sleeping children throughout the evening. Every half hour, one of the parents would leave the restaurant to ensure the children were safe and sound. It was a system built on trust and the belief that their children were secure within the confines of the resort. At 9 p.m., Kate McCann, Madeleine's mother, went to check on the children. The night was calm, the air filled with the distant sounds of the ocean and the murmur of other holidaymakers. As Kate approached the apartment, she felt a sense of unease, a mother's intuition that something was amiss. To her horror, Madeleine was not in her bed. The room, once a place of safety and comfort, now felt cold and empty. The sight of the empty bed sent a wave of panic through Kate, her heart racing as she frantically searched the apartment. The window was open, the shutter raised, and a chilling silence filled the room. The open window suggested a sinister possibility, that someone had entered the apartment and taken Madeleine. The realization was like a punch to the gut, leaving Kate breathless and terrified. Panic set in, and the search for Madeleine began. Friends, family, and resort staff joined in, their flashlights cutting through the darkness as they called out her name. The local police were alerted, and soon the search expanded, with volunteers scouring the area, hoping to find any trace of the missing girl. The once peaceful resort was now a scene of chaos and desperation, as everyone worked tirelessly to find Madeleine and bring her home. The early investigation, a race against time. The Portuguese police were immediately contacted and a massive search operation was launched. The resort was cordoned off, volunteers combed the area, and every lead was pursued. The initial hours and days of a missing child case are critical, and the pressure was immense to find Madeleine before it was too late. However, the investigation faced immediate challenges. The crime scene, the McCann's holiday apartment, was not properly secured, potentially compromising valuable evidence. Language barriers and cultural differences also hindered communication and coordination among the various parties involved. Whispers in the wind, theories and suspects. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann has been one of the most baffling and heart-wrenching mysteries of our time. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the world watched with bated breath, hoping for a breakthrough. But as time passed, the case only seemed to grow more complex, with each new theory adding another layer to the enigma. As time passed and Madeleine remained missing, theories began to circulate, each one adding another layer of complexity to the already perplexing case. The initial days were filled with hope and frantic searches, but as the reality of her prolonged absence set in, the theories began to take on a life of their own. Some were grounded in plausible scenarios, while others ventured into the realm of the fantastical. Was Madeleine abducted by a stranger? This was one of the first and most straightforward theories. The idea that a stranger could have taken her from the safety of her family's holiday apartment was terrifying, yet it seemed possible. Eyewitness accounts and CCTV footage were scrutinized for any sign of a suspicious figure, and composite sketches were circulated in the hopes of identifying a potential abductor. Was she the victim of a planned kidnapping? This theory suggested a more sinister and premeditated act. The notion that someone had been watching the family, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, added a chilling dimension to the case. The presence of an unmarked van seen in the area and the discovery of a child's toy left behind in a nearby park fueled this speculation. Detectives pored over maps and timelines, trying to piece together the movements of potential suspects. Did someone within the resort have something to do with her disappearance? The possibility that an insider could be involved was a disturbing thought. The resort staff, who had access to the family's schedule and movements, came under intense scrutiny. Security camera footage was reviewed repeatedly, and the parents' every action and reaction were analyzed for clues. The idea that someone who was supposed to ensure the safety and enjoyment of the guests could be involved in such a heinous act was almost too much to bear. Suspects emerged, some more credible than others. Local criminals, potential pedophiles, and even individuals with no apparent connection to the case were investigated. The police conducted lineups, reviewed mugshots, and followed up on countless leads. Each new suspect brought a mix of hope and dread, as the possibility of finding Madeleine clashed with the fear of uncovering something even more sinister. And even individuals connected to the resort were investigated. The staff members, who had been friendly faces during the family's stay, were now potential suspects. Police interrogations were intense, and every detail of the resort's operations was examined. The investigation extended to anyone who might have had access to the apartment or knowledge of the family's routines. The media scrutiny was relentless, often blurring the lines between fact and speculation. The case attracted global attention, and the press coverage was both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, the widespread publicity kept Madeleine's story in the public eye, increasing the chances of someone coming forward with crucial information. On the other hand, the constant media presence added pressure to the investigation, and sometimes led to the spread of misinformation. The case became a breeding ground for rumors and conspiracy theories, further complicating the search for the truth. In cafes, online forums, and living rooms around the world, people speculated about what might have happened. Some theories were based on bits of evidence, while others were wild conjectures. The parents' public pleas for help were met with both sympathy and suspicion, as the line between victim and suspect blurred in the court of public opinion. The search for Madeleine became not just a physical quest, but a battle against the shadows of doubt and the whispers of uncertainty.